Is that better
Let's see.
on my side?
Yes, it is.
Yes, that's better.
Okay, let me try something. My lighting sucks. No, that didn't help. No troubles. Maybe that will help. Let's see. Is that better or no?
Yes,
It is.
you are more. I can see you.
Yay. Okay.
I feel like my lighting is usually so much better than this.
I feel like I know. I just don't. I can't see. I can't get it the way I want it. Are you
Almost
on
wore a
your
red
phone?
shirt tonight.
Are you on your phone?
Yes.
You are on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
You look better. Like your camera is more zoomed in than mine.
And see, from where I'm looking at, you look more zoomed in, and I look like I'm a lost image in this Zoom world. So I think it's I think it's our individual cameras where we're looking
Got
at
it.
each other, looking at
Okay.
ourselves.
All right.
But then we look better on the screen.
Oh my God, the mine don't look like Isha's. Hey, ma'am.
Exactly.
Oh man. Okay. I guess we'll get started.
What's good?
There go the man of the hour.
Oh.
The only man.
The only man.
The only man of the hour.
Man of the millisecond.
Do we need another man? Should we add another man?
Hey,
no, CA is enough.
I hold it down.
CA hold it down.
How y'all doing?
Funny.
Good.
It's been a long time since
yeah. You out there G5G? That's what I want to be.
Hey.
You out there doing your school days?
That's
Still
right.
Doing school days. I'm so sick of school days.
Carrying the line.
School days, but you know, I gotta hang in there a few more weeks. So
there you go.
We can be free and we can get back to our normal recording schedule and our usual shenanigans. Yes. But I guess we'll say we've already started. Hey, night shifters, welcome to the conversation.
Welcome.
Everybody pause for the cause and give a quick positive energy and healing love to Ms. Reese and her family. Yes. Her father-in-law is not doing very well, so she's going to try to slide in a little late, but you know, family first.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Oh, how y'all been?
Man, just making it.
We out here making it without you.
I know. I've been watching the shows. Y'all holding it down. I appreciate it.
We try.
Oh, God.
You're doing good. So it's our 2-year anniversary, you guys. Right?
Really?
Yes. 2 years of doing this.
Oh, my God.
And in February, it'll be 1 year on TV. So
really?
Yes. Already. Already. So
we 1 year old.
We won.
So last year when we had our 1 year anniversary, we had people to call in and tell us, you know, congratulations and all that good stuff. I think that was a really good episode. And we did a flashback of some of our best guests and things that we remember most. But this year, we didn't do it. We didn't do that this year.
We didn't do it.
So I thought maybe we can take it back old school like we used to and just pretend that we're not on TV. And let's just be ourselves for once in a year. The first time in a year. Let our hair whatever flies out of our mouth. And it is what it is.
This strictly for the tube.
This strictly for the strictly for the tube. Shout out to our editor and engineer, Mr. Mav, because he's gonna have on this episode. Hey, man.
So
Little
wait a
heads
minute.
up.
Do we have juicy topics? Are we just
We
what we
wing it.
doing? We
Wing it.
winging it? Oh, this real old school.
Real
Old school.
Yeah.
Old school. But before we get started, do we have a weekly reading?
We do not necessarily have a weekly reading. Like I did not pull a card, but I will tell the listeners this. Hey y'all, it's Auntie Isha. And we are in Mercury retrograde. So I have already slipped up like I've been real reckless with my mouth. So my warning to you is don't be like your auntie.
Don't be. I am not a role
Think
model.
before you speak. Think before you speak. And if you cannot say it, then just don't say it. Think about it. You may not even want to say it later. It's not going to come out right now. So don't try to have any big conversations. Just relax and let's ride this thing out.
But if you like me, your face say everything.
Right.
My mouth may not say it, but my face, it's gonna tell the story.
Ooh, weird. Speaking of CA, I wish you could have seen my face when Auntie Isha told me, look, that she's going away on a cruise in September, and she did not invite me.
Let me tell you something. Excuse me, y'all. I'm getting over this flu.
It's been going around. I'm glad you feel better.
Thank you.
The wife just got over it yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that flu ain't
I've been holding it down for about 5 days. Your boy's stressed.
Always holding it down.
Always holding it down.
I need a double. When we get off of here, I'm pouring up a double.
There you go. But listen, let me say why I did not tell you about this cruise. Because the word on the street is Royal Caribbean is the boring cruise line.
Really?
Okay.
So I like Royal Caribbean because I like the leisure cruise. And they say Carnival is where it be turned up. Booty shaking, city girls.
Up. Yes. I've been on 3 of them. Turned up. I feel like an old man on Carnival Cruise. I'm like, y'all doing too much on here.
Yeah. And so I didn't want to invite anybody on Royal. And then they be like, girl, this boring.
When is it ever boring when I'm there?
That is true. She did tell me that. We gonna make it. We gonna turn up Royal. So let's do it, Kim.
We gonna make it fun. So I invited myself and voluntold Isha that I'm coming.
Yes.
Okay.
So
okay.
See,
and we are
cruise with us.
We are sending out to the universe that this cruise is not booked and busy, and that it has room for my wonderful traveling company,
and that is in the budget.
And it is in the budget.
Okay. Now, Norwegian. Now that is definitely an adult.
Yeah.
If you trying to just kick back, sleep in, ain't nobody running up and down the hallways.
Yeah.
That's you trying to sip on some Earl Grey tea, go on a Norwegian cruise.
Earl Grey.
So that is my next year. How you say it? Y'all. That's my next old lady gang cruise that I want to do. Norwegian.
What about that version for the adults only?
I want to do that. I know it's out of
Miami.
But I definitely want to check that out in 24. See how that is. I heard it's splendid for the adults.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you all you pineapple people out there.
Pineapple.
I caught what you were saying.
But isn't Virgin more of like a single boat?
Well, it's just no kids, it's just all adults or single, but just no kids. And they're short. They're like, it's a 3-day and I think a 5-day.
Oh, okay.
And it's out of Miami.
Okay.
Yeah. And since we don't have to censor ourselves, for those that are listening and don't know what the pineapple people are, They swinging. They swinging.
Swinging. Like swinging.
Yeah.
You come knock on this door if you want to. You're gonna get your feelings hurt.
You gonna get swung on.
Get swung on.
I barely sometimes want to get him some. Then I gotta come here and get you some too.
Like, wait a minute now. Like, time out.
Well, I've only seen people in the pictures, so I don't know.
I be tired, CA. I be tired.
You be tired? You be tired. I hear you, girl. I hear you, girl. What you do, you got to take a nap. That's all. You just need to take you a nap.
Take a nap. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. We got to bring Andy back on to talk about that.
Woo, my man Andy. Shout out to Andy.
Right.
Andy is no longer with the company, y'all.
I know his holiday season is probably turned up right now.
Right? For those of you that have not watched or listened to the Andy episode, Andy is our residential expert on the life of polygamy.
Yes.
So he's our guy that if you're looking to add someone to your coupledom, call Andy. That's all he does. That's his official job. He doesn't want to be in a relationship. He just wants to be that third throuple person.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Good guess. We do need to have him back on.
We do. What if okay, so listen, I want mine a third person.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not for like sex. Like oil changes, like he do an oil change maybe for you.
So you want a real maintenance man. Like literally.
This girl said oil changes.
Okay, he on certain months he do the oil change. Every other week, him and Vance vacuum the car. You know, like
he out there cutting grass, pulling weed.
After school pickups. That's a man. That's
hey, I can speak on them after school pickups. That's a lifesaver right there. Like, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you.
Exactly.
Freed up for me.
That part.
Like, you just need a Manny. That's all.
A Manny? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hey.
I didn't hear you.
What's our word of the day?
Humbug.
Okay.
Means to deceive.
Oh.
You know, if Reese was on, Jody came over here on some humbug type stuff, telling lies, being deceptive.
Humbug.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
So we go into the Urban Dictionary now. That's what we do.
Yeah, Urban Dictionary.
I never knew that's what humbug meant.
Humbug. Trump whole administration was on some humbug.
Yeah.
Oh, facts.
Man, that sounds like something my daddy used to say.
Real news.
Yeah. Out there telling lies.
So go ahead, Isha.
Oh no! I have a question that I want to pose to the CAD family.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, good. Okay. So you know how much I hate talking about relationship stuff, right? But I have a relationship question.
Okay.
Do you, allow? No, I shouldn't say allow. Do you have a problem with your significant other having an opposite sex friend that they talk to on the phone regularly?
No. Okay. Well, here's my answer. Does that friend respect the relationship? If so, yes. Okay, because I can speak from real life experience because most of my friends are women, and I can tell who's with the humbug.
There you go.
And who truly respects the relationship, because if I come in the room or something and then they'll be like, oh, hey Kim, how you doing? They'll speak. But if it's someone that's on that humbug, they don't speak. And even Cooper be like, well, Kim's in here. Okay, well, I gotta go. Well, why you gotta go now?
Right.
So I don't mind him having friends. I don't mind them speaking every day, as long as they respect the relationship. And he needs to understand that. Look, case in point, look, we'll roll up my sleeves on this one.
Roll up sleeves, girl.
What had happened was one of his little friends, you know, you go little friends.
Little friends.
One of his little friends all of a sudden want to act like she don't know how to cook. So she needed him to show her how to cook a Thanksgiving meal.
Okay.
Yes. That's what YouTube is for. You don't need to come over here in our kitchen to learn how to cook nothing.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's a stretch too. I mean, cook. Come on now. Come on.
So
You an
wait
adult.
a minute. Is Kim with opposite sex friends or not?
Opposite sex friendships, but don't use the friendship as a cover for trying to go behind my back. That's
Okay.
Right.
Respect the relationship, and we all cool.
Right on. Right on. Yeah, cooking is a stretch because I mean we adults.
Yes.
You tell me you don't know how to cook. Come on.
You don't know how to Google Food Network?
Right? Get a cook. I know you got a cookbook in the kitchen now.
Exactly.
You ain't make it this far without eating.
Right. Exactly.
Well, CA, when I asked the question, you was like this. So that says body language says, mm-mm.
Yeah, no, I'll wait. I mean, it doesn't. I guess my dynamic, I won't say it's different. It's just that I think I'm somewhat of an introvert, but I can be sociable when I need to be sociable. She is, I would say she's an introvert. She'll chat around family and stuff like that, but we go out, she's like, you know, not mean mugging people. She's not a sociable, she's there because I'm there type of deal. But I can talk to whoever. Then on top of that, I have, after 22 years, I still have friends in the military that I'm still cool with. And I'm cool with females as much as dudes. I think I talk to my guy friends more than the females, but we cool, weekly chit chat, whatever, what's going on, it's been a minute, whatever. But as Kim said, you got to know that boundary, and are they really cool with you, or as she said, or are they on some humbug trying to come through the back door? So that sometimes it can be blatant. You know off top, okay, like you said we friends, but I know you're trying to smash. And then some can be real deceptive, tiptoeing and just waiting on that opportunity. So as a dude, knowing the difference in the two, like, okay, she's really cool and we could talk, whatever, da 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 da. She knows the wife or whatever, even if she doesn't talk to the wife, she knows of her, knows, I'm married, ain't nobody trying to tiptoe around. And then, you get those that don't care. Well, yeah, I know he's married, whatever, but hey, if he say something,
right.
So then that falls on me knowing what to do and what not to do. Like, yeah, she's cool, but I know at any given minute, she'll be with the shenanigans. That was our word last week, Kim. Shenanigans.
Right. Shenanigans.
Yeah. She'll be with the shenanigans. Yes.
Right.
So I feel like that falls on me to know what kind of box to put her in. Like I can only talk to you about the weather and how the collard greens are growing in the backyard. We can't talk about nothing else because we're gonna vary off the trail.
And how well your wife is doing.
Right. You come get one of these kids if you want to babysit.
Yeah. What about you, Auntie Isha?
Well, this was a topic with a group of friends of mine, and I just don't see the problem.
Right.
I just really don't. And I guess I didn't go from the angle you guys are looking at it, because it wasn't with I didn't have the idea in my hand, what if that person was trying to be sneaky? No, I'm not even take that completely off the table, because if you're talking to somebody who's trying to smash, then you shouldn't be talking to them at all anyway. But I'm talking about truly, this is just a platonic friendship, and it is now maybe 9:00 at night, and your boyfriend, husband, boo thing, whatever, they're in the house, you're in the house, you're not hiding or anything, but you're just literally having a conversation with this person, just as much as if I was on the phone with Candace. You know, there's a cutoff time even with a girlfriend, but sometimes the conversation just gets going and it's a little longer. But I don't think it should be any difference between if I'm talking to a male or if I'm talking to a female. Now, if you're saying, oh, babe, it's getting late, what about our time, da 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 da, I can understand that. But to change it based on gender is when I was saying, that don't feel right.
Right, because I mean, you cool with who you cool with, especially like if you have friends prior to your relationship. You're not just going to cut them off. Oh well, I'm in a relationship now, I can't talk to you because you're a female or whatever the case may be. If we're cool, we're cool, and if they're really cool with you, they're going to respect that. They're not going to call you at 9 p.m. at night knowing you married and you at home. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that anyway. They're going to be respectful of your time and space, because they don't want to put you in an awkward position. Like, why you talk to Susan all the time? It's 8:30 at night. Why she call? They're not going to do that. They're going to be respectful of your time. So just now you explain it to your significant, hey man, she just talked about her son, got accepted to the school, blah, 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 blah. It could be open up conversation, but still it's just that respect of the relationship.
Right. And like you said, see, it can happen either gender. That right there, I can understand. But just literally say, well, you shouldn't talk to a man after 8:00 in the house, or you shouldn't talk to a man on the phone in front of your significant other, or and I think sometimes these rules, when we talk about these rules amongst other people, a lot of them are always geared towards the woman. How you're making the man feel like a man doesn't want you to talk to another man on the phone in front of him because that doesn't make him feel good. And I don't know. I don't hear it a lot from. I don't hear a lot of women saying their man can't talk to a woman.
Oh, they do. They talk.
Oh,
they
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think women put up with it more than men, though, right? You don't think so?
No. What happens, like, just based on my experiences and the people that I know, the circle that I'm around, it just makes the man sneak and talk to them. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Friendships are so important. Like friendships, communication, having somebody to talk to outside of your regular, normal setting, that is important. That's healthy. And it's not always easy to find a person who you can vibe with well, you can communicate with, and to limit a person to a gender, it just don't feel right to me.
Because I feel like at times you can't help who you vibe with, who you cool with, some of the same interests, and your spouse or whoever you date may not get that with you. So it's like you need those outlets to, whether it's the vent, whether it's just to get stuff off your chest, or hey, let me run this by you. Because I already know what he or she gonna say, but let me get another opinion from a outside source that I know that's not going to judge me or feel some kind of way about it. I think that's to have those conversations. Then you can come back and like, okay, all right, I see what he or she is saying. And then you can go back to your significant other. Hey, I was thinking about blah, blah, blah. And this is how I want to approach it. Whereas if you say to your spouse, they may get defensive off the rip. Well, why would you want to do that? Blah, 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 blah. Now you shut down. You're like, well, I shouldn't even brought it up to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I am the queen of, let me run this by you. Boy, if you my friend. Him, am I not?
Yeah, but I appreciate having the him, whomever I'm dating. I've always appreciated them having friends of the opposite sex because it helps them understand me better. When you need a woman's
Yeah.
point of, you know, and
Right,
this strictly platonic, you're gonna get a real answer because they're gonna see both sides of the coin.
right,
Yes.
right, right. I know cats I'm still cool with. We'll send a text and we'll put up the bat signal. And if I see the bat signal in the text, gotta make a phone call. What's good? What's going on?
Right.
And like you said, hey, let me run this by you real quick. So what had happened was,
What happened was,
yeah,
you know, my male friends, they be on Vent side hard. I be like, well,
That's like every time I say something about Coop, leave my friend alone.
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
That was
I think it's needed to an extent because you need those outlets and like every person, and maybe because I've been in the military too long, but I feel like every person has their purpose.
yeah.
You got a person I can vent to, whether it's about let me holler at you about finances. Let me talk to you about music. Hey, let me talk to you about vacations and trips. Everybody has like a purpose in that
Yes.
tool that you use them for. You know, everybody doesn't have the same job per se,
Right.
and that helps you to get stuff off your chest and get your thoughts together when you're with your whoever you with.
Right. And it never makes you diminish any feelings for your partner. That's the
No,
Right.
one thing I think everybody needs to like really, really hear. It changes nothing about how much you love your partner, how much you appreciate them. It doesn't mean that you communicate better with somebody. It's just a difference. It's just a difference.
no
Right.
doubt. I know.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole uh, poetry thing, I met a lot of I don't know personally, but on IG because I follow different, poets and stuff. And I said majority are female. It may be a few dudes or whatever, and they'll make a comment on the poem or I'll read their stuff. And sometimes we do collaborations, go back and forth. But having people that's on that same wavelength
Mm-hmm.
express stuff a lot better. Like, I was going to write it like this, but you pointed out blah blah blah. So yeah, I can change this. I can add this because although the wife is supportive of what I do,
Yeah.
at times she be reading and she be like, really? That's how you feeling? I like, look, man, I'm just out here trying to be creative, man. Like she was like, I get that,
Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
That part.
Yeah.
yeah,
That CA. I mean, you brought up a good point because just a reminder to our listeners, and again for our viewers, in case you didn't know, Mr. CA Noor is an erotic poet. You can follow him on IG. It's a whole bunch of dits, dots, and dashes, but Mr. CA Noor, check out some of his stuff. Matter of fact, I'll do a screen share and share his page in just a little bit. But how is that being married and being an erotic poet? Because I know the women, I've seen some of the comments on your stuff.
it's
So,
it's first when I see it, I have to remind myself. I try to keep it professional as probably hey, thank you, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
One, it's on social media, so when it's out there, it's out there, and I don't want nobody screenshot nothing saying, "Well, he said this or he said that."
Right.
I thank you for liking it. I appreciate your comment, and I try to keep it on board. Um, but I know, even when it's not said, I know I know when she's like looked at a certain post or whatever, because she'll be like, I saw your little post today. Oh, I gotta be love.
Love post. Your love post. I saw
yeah,
your
well,
little post with your little friend.
Yeah, I saw your little post or whatever, and I was just like, well, I said, look, I can't stop them saying whatever they want to say. No, I ain't worried about that, but you make sure you ain't saying what you're not supposed to be saying. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I know.
Oh man.
So that comes up here and there. And, she's like, I'm supportive, that's what I want to do and right. And I say, it's not like I just started this out of the blue. I was doing this since 11th grade.
Oh,
And
wow.
I just stopped for like 10 years. And then COVID happened. And I was like, sitting around, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me see if I can still dabble in this a little bit. I'm grown now. I got some experiences. I've traveled, I'm in, so
I hit a few miles.
Yeah. I'm certified pre-owned, So, so when that first came up, she read maybe like 6 or 7 of them. And it was like, So
Okay.
what made you write this? Why are you writing about that? This definitely ain't about me. I said, why I got to be about anybody? I said, I'm just writing. Well, what you get your ideas from? I mean, I get my ideas from numerous things. It could be a song, it could be a movie, it could be, I could see a person sometimes. I was like, man, she is dressed nice. The heels, the skirt, whatever. I get an idea. I jot some stuff down, and it go from one sentence into a whole page. So I draw creative ideas from everywhere, and it's not based on an experience per se. Granted, I'm like I said, I got some miles.
Right.
Together, and I'm a creative dude. I get the thoughts going, and sometimes I read other poets' poems. I'm like, I got an idea, and I'll go off of that and add my own thing, and it just go from there. So I have to remind her sometimes it's not about a person per se. It's just more about an experience.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some things I want to do. Maybe it's some things I have done. Maybe it's some things I read about, and I put my own spin on it. Now, granted, I have wrote some poems just for her. I try to keep that healthy balance, right? So I'll and she'll read it. She's like, I know where you got that from, because last week, blah, 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 blah. I said, see, there you go. I did something for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So balance.
But sometimes, because I'm a writer too. Not like CA, y'all. I'm a nice Southern girl. But sometimes when you write,
she had to clarify that.
Yes,
I'm a nice Southern lady.
A respectable Southern woman.
But sometimes you write for the experience of the reader. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, I know my reader would love if I said this or that. So like you said, it doesn't always have to come from a personal experience.
Right. And I know when we did the whole thing with them people, I don't think we're saying their names no more, but when we did our test and all that stuff with the group and saw we were vanilla, mid-level.
Oh, yes.
We were on the spectrum or whatever. Man, I haven't done hardly any of that stuff. But I took that and I just went down this rabbit hole and started reading different books, reading different people stuff in that genre. And I was like, I could write about that. And then I know it may not be for everybody, but it's a group out there for everybody. Somebody, either you're gonna like it, you may like it, and I don't do it. If you go to my page, you can see. I mean, it's not like I got 1 million followers, nothing like that. So I don't do it for the likes or nothing like that. But I know at some point somebody might come across it and they're gonna like it and like, oh, that's cool. And then I put out a lot of stuff people don't like, or may not make any comments and nothing like that. So I just try to do it for me, and I put it out there, and whoever likes it likes it.
Facts. I feel you about the whole creativity thing, because Palm Sparkle has its CA moments. We'll just call it a CA moment. And it's just, it just like I'm just writing and it just comes and I'm just writing it. Like, I've never experienced it, but it might not be a bad idea.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. She's like, I'm not knocking it.
It might be a bad idea.
And that comes with being an adult. You're an adult. you living, you've seen some things, done some things, you have friends that have done some things, and I pull from all those different
Right.
avenues. You know, being in the Navy for 22 years, I've came across a lot of people, whether they were straight, bi, gay, whatever. And being a police dude, I hear a lot of stories. A lot of stories. I don't know what it is. I just feel comfortable talking to you. Oh, okay. A lot of stuff I don't want to know. I wish I could forget.
Sound like we story time.
Okay.
Yeah. And I
Story
just
time with CA.
story time with CA when we last met. But and I just pull from all those different things and put them in a pot like gumbo, and I just start writing. Sometimes I write 2 or 3 pages and only use half of that because after I read it back, I'm like, that makes no damn sense. Nobody want to read that. I'll throw that in the trash. And I'll just pull like a few lines out of it, and I go from there. But I know I don't know what class I was taking when I was getting my degree. One of the teachers was like, when you're writing your paper, don't think about it. Just start writing. And at the end, you can go back and take out whatever you need, whatever, but just write. As long as you're writing, put some ideas down and go from there. So I just write.
And that's because, okay, so here's the spiritual kooky auntie part of it. We're all going into the same ether to get this information, these experiences, these ideas. We're all going. So when you just relax and let yourself just flow and become the muse, it just comes out. It comes out. It just comes out.
And I find my best time of writing is first thing in the morning when there's no chaos is going on, or because during the day, you got phone calls, you got meetings, and your thoughts are all over the place. But if I have stuff on my mind like first thing in the morning, that's and I just write it.
Yeah.
Or if I get an idea on my calm commute after the kids have been dropped off, and I'm listening to some Jill or something, I was like, you know what? I got an idea. And now I'm trying to make little voice notes on my way to work so I don't forget.
Right. Now I've heard cocaine does the same thing, but I've never done it. But
so you heard.
That's what Rick James say.
Oh, you heard.
Oh, I heard.
DA, and you will have 1 million followers one day.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yes.
It's coming.
It's coming.
I'm trying to. Time is it's not my adversary these days, but I at some point want to get into voiceover work, and also there's a couple groups out there where you can read erotic stories, like audio, like so that's what I said I was going to do this year, but here we are like 2 weeks and we'll be in the 24th. So 2024, that is my main goal, to get into that, and whether I got to audition, read some stuff, send it out, but get into doing audio for like erotic stories. Because I tell you this, I get annoyed, but oh man, you got a nice voice. You do radio? No,
right.
I don't. You looking to doing radio? You could do
and you better start broadcasting, CAD.
Hey, that's what I said. I said I don't do radio, but I do a podcast. But yeah, that's cool too. But you should do radio because you got a good radio, like a Quiet Storm.
Yeah.
Or if you read some Audible books, that's man, your voice would be right up there. I got you, man. So I got to do better at going down those avenues and making that happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so CA, we aggravating you all next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I was turning to Instagram so our viewers could see your page. And of course, the first thing that pops up is just right up your alley, CA.
What?
Right up my alley.
Right up your alley.
Oh, God.
Make a poem out of that, CA.
I got you. I got you. I'm about to do a freestyle Friday when we got off of something. They
Oh,
left satisfied. Boy.
Oh, God.
okay. Where are you? There you are.
There
So
he
see,
is.
Mr. Dot underscore C dot A dot underscore NOIRE. Did dash dash dash
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And
To
I
get them
apologize.
million followers, you're gonna have to make it easier.
Look, I
Right.
tried to make it with no spaces, no dots, but IG wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me. They was making
They
it
wouldn't let
difficult.
you be great.
They wouldn't let me be great. I had to add all this stuff just to put that. I was like, man, it's not a simpler way because I know it's not another TA nor out there.
Right.
Well, I see that you've already grown to 340 followers, which is way more than it was when we first started.
There
Oh,
you
no
go.
doubt. No
So
doubt.
definitely growing.
I
So
know.
definitely,
And I think doing the collaborations definitely help because I'm talking to people that's in Washington, people that's in New York. So whoever's following them, they start following and vice versa. So doing the collaborations definitely help. I did a couple with Puff Mistress, and then one of the models that was there, we did a poem together. So it's growing, man. It's growing.
yeah.
I
Yep.
love that Cia is just talking as this poem is on the screen, and I'm sitting here like, I'm like, hush, let me read, hush.
Read that. Read that. When I did this, I think I did this earlier this week. It was like a 3-part post because I could only do so much per post. But I wrote this 2 years ago, actually.
Wow.
And over the weekend, I was just, you be going through old stuff. And I have a lot of stuff on my phone that's in my notes, and I'll email it to my Gmail or whatever. And I was like, oh man, I wrote that back in like the beginning of 21. I was like, read it again. I was like, let me revise it a little bit, throw a little here, throw a little there, do
Yeah.
a updated version, and that whole thing started out as I don't know if you ever watch telenovelas.
Mm-mm.
So they're like Mexican soap operas.
Oh yeah.
So that started out as like a short story, and I got the idea from watching a telenovela, and
Okay.
that's where that came from. And I just wanted to put like my spin on it, like two people meet up at a hotel for drinks, and then it progresses on to something else. And I was like, let me do some edits and change this, change that, and see if we can bring it to 2023. So I try to sometimes use various art for the picture.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way I can post the poem
Okay.
because
Right.
it's so long sometimes. So the internet is an amazing thing.
Well,
I can
honey.
go I can go in there and put like erotic art, fetish slash something, and you'll get millions of art pieces. And shout out to everybody that puts their stuff on the internet. I appreciate you for letting me copy and paste and
Right.
and use because I don't know any of these people now. Sometimes I have used art because I've met a few erotic artists that do paintings on IG. So if I use their stuff, I'll make sure I hashtag or at them for the post, and so people can go check their page out and look at their work. But I just various things that catch my eye, and I was lucky enough to meet a young dude here. He does digital art, so I had him do a few things for me. He's the guy that did my book cover. So he did that book cover. So I just pull stuff from everywhere, man, and I think that'll go with the poem. And if I'm lucky enough to catch a song that kind of speaks to the poem, I'll throw a song on there.
Right.
If not, I leave it blank, but just be finding inspiration.
Well, CA, Vance owes you a cigar tonight. I'm just telling.
My man. I appreciate it.
Okay, so now that we know they can actually get some of your work for free and start their day or their evening or their night off, you want to tell them how they can actually purchase Memoirs of a Poet?
If you follow me, because it's an open page, you can go to my info in my bio, and my email address is in there. You can email me at mrcanor@gmail.com, or you can just DM me and shoot me your address. And the book is $12, and I will put it in the mail ASAP for you to enjoy for this holiday season.
Yes. Get these relationships going.
Yes.
Crazy.
It'll be a great stocking stuffer.
Yes, it will.
Love it. I just think that's what came up. I was trying to find Mr. Noor.
Yeah.
Like they just know.
Back to back.
What is Kim's algorithm? Good
Yeah,
God.
her algorithm is all over the place. We go from buying black to orgasms, boy. I tell you what.
Oh man. Yeah. So I'm always trying to find stuff for the show.
Okay. Okay, Kim.
The show.
The show. I don't know which show she's talking about, at home or for us, but nonetheless, the show.
The show.
We appreciate you.
The show. Oh my word. Well, all right. Do you guys have anything else that we can share with our wonderful viewers for the past 2 years, listeners?
Hey, 'tis the season. Enjoy your family and loved ones.
Yes.
Don't go crazy trying to get all these gifts. Don't be breaking yourself and stressing yourself out.
No.
If they love you, they love you. If they don't, hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry.
Sweetheart, don't worry about it.
Exactly. I don't care if you get him that PlayStation, he's still gonna be bad. So don't stress it. Don't stress yourself.
Oh my goodness. Guys, so much. Night shifters. We are gonna get out of here while Auntie Isha's still in the mood, so Vance can get some tonight.
Yes. That cigar whenever, no rush.
No rush.
All right, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Isha, don't forget that info.
I won't.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.